guys, it's Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome, and for those of you returning, I hope you guys are excited to see another video. In this video, I'm just going to try to keep it as short as possible because I want you guys to really try to resonate with what I'm saying. This video is going to be a little bit different, so you can tell by the title. It's not him beauty or fashion related, but just more so life and something I feel like a lot of people my age, a lot of girls my age probably go through, and that's kind of conquering the thought of your life at this age. At first, I'm gonna be real with you and saying I want to talk to you about it for a while because it's also a struggle I've been going through, but it's not until like I would say 2 weeks ago I had a conversation with my friends and we were just saying, no, first we was talking about the most random things and we somehow got on to this topic, which is basically where we are in our young 20s and we're not where we would like to be or where we thought we were going to be after graduating from college and university. So is when I had that conversation is when I was like, well, if my friend are going through it, I'm going through it, or went through facets of relating to this topic, there's so many other girls that are probably going through the same thing, and if I can help at least one person that watching this video, I can be happy. So this video, to be real with you, is just basically about, you know, how your early 20s are your learning and struggling stages, and I can't speak too much about it because I'm just 23 and I know I'm not even, I haven't even covered half of the battles I'm probably going to face in my life, or the obstacles I may come across. But I think the main thing I'm learning over these years is not giving up. I realizing that these little rough patches in your life are helping you get to the greater good. So let me not ramble, which I said I was not going to do, but I started to do, and just get to 3 main points which I really want you to kind of sink in and think about. Okay, so the first part of your 20s, I think everybody probably went through, not even from your 20s, from shite, when you hit secondary school, middle school, is how many no's are going to be thrown at you. You can get no's from work, employment, you can get no's from relationships, life on a whole. It's always going to seem like you like hitting into a door. It was even more frustrating is that you may be trying so hard to get past something, and it seems that every time you put in effort to get past the situation you face, it's like another wall. It's like, no, It's kind of like you fighting, but you just can't get knocked back down. What I've learned, and what I'm still learning, of course, is that your success is not really measured by that first initial no. Your success is measured by your ability to get up and not give up and keep fighting through all the obstacles and all the tribulations that you may endure. What's really going to start to mold your character, and you're going to, I hope, start to figure out eventually, is when you have the ability to overcome that first no, or that first, you know, heartache, or that first, you know, sorry you can't get this position, or that first no, I just don't like you kind of thing. You get up from that. If you can gather all those heartaches, if you can gather all those negative occurrences and help use it as almost as building props to get ahead, that is where the success is gonna lie. Even though you may not reach yours yet, even though you may not be exactly where you want to be in your life at this current time, in the process of getting there, you're gonna start to feel better that you're not slumped down on that first negative occurrence. You know what I mean? So it's just very important, especially in your younger years, to be positive, because I feel also during these times in our lives, the way you react to certain situations is almost building habits. So it's something that you want to keep constant and carry throughout, because one thing that's never gonna stop is that bad thing is gonna happen. That's one thing you can't control. Like, you can't control things happening in your life. You know, you can control the way you respond to certain situations. I have this quote written up at work. Let me see if I can remember what it says. Let me just get verbatim for you. It's actually by Maya Angelou, and it says, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Every single bad thing that has happened to me, or that still is happening to me, I just try to keep that in my mind. Like, you know, I can't really take this situation and do what I want with it, but I can decide how I react to it and decide how it's going to affect me. And I decide that it's not going to break me, and I'm going to use it to get above anything that's happening right now. And I think if a lot of young people start taking these habits and applying them to their everyday life, it's going to become part of your character and help you to become a better person. You're going to become one of those people who are not going to be thwarted or not going to be thrown down by any little bad going in life, because life is life. Life gonna happen, crap gonna happen every day, but you have to decide that you are not going to be minimized by anything that happens. Okay, the second part is not really something that we were talking about in the conversation. It's one of these things that I kind of had to discover. I had one of those realization moments like, Zoe, what are you doing yourself? Every single morning I was raised to get up. First thing you do is pray, thank God for life, thank God that you awake and you live, you got eyes. What has happened over the past years, the first thing I do is the most disgusting habit, and it's picking up a phone and going on Instagram or going on Snapchat and just kind of watching people. And I didn't realize it, but that indirectly affects the way I view myself, my whole outlook on life. Why? Because you see people doing great things, and something that used to happen to me is, like, sorry to admit it, but I would be envious. I would be saying, I wish I was at that stage in my life, or I wish I had what she had, or I wish I had it all together. And you should not look at people like that. You should look at people to inspire you, not so much to envy them or want what they have, you know what I mean? And I feel a lot of that is influenced by social media. Come on, no matter how you put it, what's the purpose of social media? To kind of see, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Social media has its great purposes. It connects people, it helps bring light to bad issues in the world and educates people. But I feel as though you have to be strong enough in your mind. You're going to take the positive out of it. So you're not going to look at what people are doing and be envious and not focus all your time on that. It's not even just about looking at what people are doing. It's just, why you spending like an hour, sorry, let me speak to myself. Why spending like a cumulatively hour of my day seeing a new outfit that get posted, or seeing what this person saying about this person? You know, it's a waste. It's the biggest waste of my time. And if I took that time, mash it all together and invest it into me getting ahead in life, who knows where I could be, or who knows where you could be if you just took all that time and put it back into, say, your craft or getting ahead, or, you know, building on a socially redeeming aspect of your life, you know what I mean? And let me not just even talk about social media, I'm taking life in general. Like, stop getting tangled and intertwined in trivial little bickerings. Like, disconnect yourself from all those little things and focus on getting ahead in life and being where you want to be. Because all that time you waste, you can never get back. That's the truth. You can never get back time. And I think it's time for a lot of people to start seeing social media for what it is. For the most part, I'm not going to say 100%, but it's like, this is a superficial entity. You're just seeing the surface. You're not really seeing what the person going through, what they've done to get where they are, or who they really are as a person. You know, you're just seeing as a facade. You're just seeing the surface of everything. I think this generation especially, because we, not really me so much me, but people that was born in the early 2000s. I was born in 1992, so I was kind of still raised outside, and iPhones and stuff didn't come into my life until I was like, well, 17 is when I first time I got a phone, and all that stuff really blew up like a couple years back. But I feel like for the children that are born in from like 2005 onwards, I feel is that we all have an obligation to kind of make it aware that this is not what life is all about. Life is not all about watching what people have and showing off and say, I have this, I have that. And it's about helping people and, you know, getting ahead. And in turn, a final point I want to talk about is something I had to come to terms with. It's okay not to have it all figured out. It's okay not to have your life together. What a lot of people go through is after you graduate, either college or university, you guys kind of get thrown into the world. And you kind of expect, okay, I got my good degree. You're supposed to have it all figured out. My life's supposed to kind of start going into motion, get your dream, good job. No, it does not work like that. These earlier years are kind of there to help you build up to get to that point. You're running into all these little stop signs and, you know, U-turns or wrong turns and all, whatever the case may be. We gotta take these years to get to where we want to be, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't expect to be overly amazing or making $70,000 to $90,000 a year. It's not ideal. It'll be an ideal situation, but it's not a realistic expectation. I feel as though a lot of young people are real hard on themselves, and also ties back into the social media thing. Like, they see somebody doing something and it appears to be one way, but it's not really like that. You can get there. Just don't give up. Keep focused on what you are doing, on yourself. Stop watching people and realize that eventually you'll get to where you want to be if you're dedicated, if you're driven, and if you're focused. It's okay not to have it all figured out at this point here. Like, enjoy life. Don't get me wrong, don't get complacent and don't go like throwing your life away and focusing on silly things. Don't be so hard on yourself. What a lot of young people I think should realize is that even though you may not be where you are and not happy with your life or your work situation or relationship status, if you have a goal and you take any steps to get there, it's okay. It's okay. There is beauty in the struggle. You guys know that J. Cole song called Love Yours? If you read those lyrics, you can kind of get what he's saying. This is for the early 20s, for to make mistakes, to learn from them, and to get to that point eventually. Just focus on yourself. Don't get complacent, and most of all, do not give up. I just feel like I really had to talk about it because it's, the whole kind of conquering the thought of life in your early 20s is something that has brought me to tears on several occasions. Not me being an overachiever, me not being where I want to be in life, and being just so unhappy with the current situation and feeling like there is no up in this in my current problem. You can't give up. You can't let certain things overtake you and reduce you, like what I said in the quote. You gotta take everything for what it is, realize that life is beautiful and life is crappy at times, and the main point is to not let the crappy moments overtake you. I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I just feel like I had to say that. There's something I've struggled a lot with myself, and I'm sure even after having that conversation with my friend that other younger girls and guys probably going through the same thing. So I hope this helped you in some way, shape or form. If at least help one person, I'll be happy. And let me know if you would like me to do more of these videos, or if there are any other topics you guys would like me to speak on, from me being my personal experience going through anything. And tell me if you necessarily just want me to do like another fashion or beauty something. So until the next video, thank you again for watching. Don't give up. I love you. Bye.